Day 138, Psalm 26, 40, 58, 61, 62, and 64. Psalm 26. Here we are. We read 2 Samuel 16 through 18 yesterday, which the end of it, David loses Absalom. Absalom was after him. So Absalom comes after the mighty men, and David's men beat him. And against David's orders, his guys kill Absalom. And he's very sad. Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in thy integrity. I have trusted also in Jehovah. Therefore I shall not slide. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart, for thy loving kindness is before my eyes. I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with the vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. Disassemblers. Those that scatter the sheep. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. I will wash my hands of innocency, so I will encompass thy altar, O Jehovah, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and to tell all of thy wondrous works. Jehovah, I have loved the habitation of thy house and the place where thy honor dwelleth. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with the bloody men, in whose hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. That's 26. Now I'm going to 40. Psalm 40. So these all may be pretty somber today, because that's where he is in losing Absalom. I waited patiently for Jehovah, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of the horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon the rock, and established my goings upon the rock. He put a new song in my mouth, even a praise unto our God, that many shall see it and fear and trust in Jehovah. A new song. I'll sing a new song, Revelations 14. That's the new song of Moses in Deuteronomy 32. He sets us upon a rock. The rock is Yeshua, where he comes to teach us all we desired from the Lord thy God in Horeb, where the living water comes out of the rock. A new song in his mouth. I shall trust in Jehovah. Blessed is the man that maketh Jehovah his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor turn aside to lies. The proud. When you correct the proud, they don't hear anything you say. Nothing. Many, O Lord, my God, are wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are toward us, they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare them, speak them, they are more than can be numbered. Sacrifice and offering thou did not desire, but my ear has opened. The burnt offering and sinner offering thou hast not required. Hello, SJ. The sacrifice and offering did not require. My ears hath opened. Hear him. Hear him. My ears have opened. The sinner offering thou hast not required. He never wanted all of that the blood of bulls and goats. He never wanted all that bull jive. But they, like men, transgressed his covenant, and they dealt treacherously with him. That's Hosea 6. Then I said, Lo, come, in the volume of the book it is written of me. I delight to do thy will. Thy will is his 10 commandments. O my God, yea, thy law is written in my heart. It goes from 2 tablets of stone onto your heart. I have preached thy righteousness in the great congregation. I have not refrained my lips. O Jehovah, thou knowest. I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. His righteousness right here, guys. Deuteronomy 6. Okay. Deuteronomy 4 through 11 is just talking about the 10 Commandments. Deuteronomy 6, his righteousness. And Jehovah had commanded us to do all these statutes to fear the Lord thy God, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is this day. And he shall be our righteousness and it shall be our righteousness if we observe and do all these commandments before Jehovah our God. And he hath commanded us. This is Deuteronomy 6. Deuteronomy 5 is the 10 Commandments. He's not talking about whether your shirt's matching or with the thread of wool or the thread of linen. He's not talking about all that. He's talking about 10. Simple, light burden. The yoke is easy. That's all he ever wanted. I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation and thy Yeshua. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and the truth from the great congregation. Withhold not thou your tender mercies from me. Withhold not thou tender mercies from me, O Lord. Let thy loving kindness and thy truth continually preserve me. For innumerable evils have encompassed about me in my iniquities. I have taken a hold of me so that I might not be able to look up. They are more than the hairs of my head. Therefore my heart faileth me. David knows that he disappointed Jehovah. He knows he did. Let them be ashamed and confounded together that seek after my soul to destroy it. Let them be driven backward and put to shame that wish me evil. Let them be desolate for a reward of their shame, and they say unto me, Aha, aha. Let those seek and rejoice and be glad in thee. Let such love of thy salvation, let such love of thy Yeshua say continually, Jehovah be magnified. But I am poor and needy, yet Jehovah thinketh upon me. Thou art my help, my deliverer. Make no tarrying, O my God. Wow, wow, wow. Psalm 40. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Especially if you are doing the work, talking about his righteousness with people. They don't want to hear it, folks. And I'm not talking about the heathens. I'm not talking about atheists. I'm talking about believers. They don't want to hear it. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly? We just talked about what righteousness was. It's not how many sandwiches we can hand out. It's how much of his word we can follow and share with others. Yea, in heart we do work wickedness. Ye work the violence of your hands in earth. Wicked are estranged from the womb, and they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken into the voice of charmers, and the charming ever so wisely. Break their teeth, O God, in the mouth break out their teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away of the waters which run continually. He bendeth his bow and shoot arrows. Let them be cups in pieces. Let them be cups in pieces. What's that potter's vessel? They're like shards. What is that? A snail which melteth. Let every one of them pass away like the untimely birth of a woman, that they not see the sun. Therefore, Your pots can feel the thorns, and they can take them away as with a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. Ooh. So that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a God that judgeth the earth. Wow, wow, wow. Judge the God that judgeth the earth. That's Psalm 58. Now we're going to Psalm 61. Song 61. To the chief musician upon Negma, a psalm of David. Hear my cry, O God, attend to my prayer. From the end of the earth I will cry unto thee. I will make thy heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to that rock that is higher than I. To that rock. Yeah. For thou hast been a shelter for me and strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the cover of thy wings. For thou, O God, hast heard my vows and hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name, that fear thy name. His name is Jehovah. Wilt thou prolong the king's life and his years, many generations? He shall abide before God forever. Prepare mercy and truth, which may preserve him. So I will sing praise unto thy name forever, that I might daily perform my vows. Daily perform my vows. He knows that daily sacrifice. God doesn't care about the bull and goats. He wants the sacrifice of your communication, keeping your brother on the narrow path. That's loving thy brother, being thy brother's keeper. Leviticus 19. Start in verse 13. Read it through to verse 18. When you get to verse 18, it's going to say, you love your neighbor as yourself. I am Jehovah. And it goes right down the list. Have no unrighteousness in judgment. Judge righteously. Be not a respecter of persons. Don't go about as a talebearer. Don't be a gossiper. And then it says, you hate your brother if you do not rebuke his sin. You hateth your brother if you do not rebuke his sin. The Bible goes on to say in Ezekiel that if you do not warn those who are all called to watch, what I say to one, I say to all, watch. We're all called to watch. And if we do not warn those, if we do not blow the trumpet, when that day is approaching and the sword is approaching, if we don't blow the trumpet and warn the people not to do wickedness, that the blood is on our hands if we don't warn them. That's where it goes. They get into that clean hands deal. That was Psalm 61. Psalm 62. To the chief musician, Jeduthun, a psalm of David. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From cometh out salvation. From cometh my Yeshua, my salvation. Only he is my rock and my salvation. Only he is my rock and my Yeshua. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you, as a bowing wall. Ye shall be as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in his lies. They bless with their mouths and they curse inwardly. My soul wait upon God, for my expectation is from him. He is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense, and I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and in the refuge is God. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is your refuge for us. Surely men of a low degree are vanity. Men of a low degree are vanity. Vanity would be a good Bible study. Just take that word, See what it says all throughout the Bible, vanity. And men of a high degree are a lie. To be laid in balance are they together, lighter than vanity. Trust not in oppression, and become not a vain in robbery. If the riches increase, set not your heart upon them. God hath spoken once, twice I heard this, that power belongeth unto God, also unto thee belongeth mercy. For unto thee, O Jehovah, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest every man according to his work. Yeshua himself says this. He says that right in the book of John, right in like John 3 or 4 or something. Every man according to his work. Daniel 9:9. When the day approaches, go read the book of Daniel. That's what he tells you in Matthew 24. And he tells you to go right there to Daniel. Well, he tells you to go to 11 and 12. Daniel 9:9. Oh, wow, Daniel 9:9. Daniel 9:9 is a prophecy of Yeshua and his death. Wow, 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 really? That's wild. Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God, and in my prayer preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. From the insurrections of workers of iniquity, who let their tongue like a sword bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot imperfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish diligent search, both inward. Thought of every one of them is the heart is deep. But God shall not shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And the men shall fear and declare the work of God, for they wisely consider his doing. The righteous shall be glad in Jehovah and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Man, oh man. You know, the Bible's written with idioms. It's written with idioms. Hey, Denise, good morning, good morning. It's written in idioms and it's written in parables. And these idioms a lot of times are kind of introduced right here in the Psalms. And then you'll hear somebody say in the New Testament, they'll say something, you know, like they bend their bows. Okay, so then you would go, oh man, they said that in that Psalm. What were they talking about? And then you would know what they were talking about. Or one of them is thorns and briars. You know, thorns and briars. It's throughout the Bible. You know, you cast your good seed down to the thorns and briars. And the thorns and briars are the cares of this world, covetousness, where we care more about the stuff going on in this world than we do with sharing his word and planting those seeds or letting those seeds grow. Because if somebody plants those seeds in us, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to be following him and then sharing that. But if we're too busy with the cares of this world, with the thorns and briars, they get choked out. And that word gets choked out. And next thing you know, life goes on. And he goes on. And he lets you go on. All right. I love you guys. That was day 138 in the Blue Letter Bible app, Bible in a Year. These Psalms are just jamming. Love it. Love you guys.